Bonjour and welcome to Français Toujours. You know French, now speak it. Today's episode is for every learner who's ever said, Je voudrais une baguette, s'il vous plaît, and still felt completely lost in a real conversation. Let's talk about why textbooks French isn't enough and what to do instead.
Bonjour et bienvenue dans le podcast de Français Toujours. If you studied French for years but still freeze in real conversation, you're not alone. I'm Bella, and after 25 years of teaching, I've seen how spoken French can feel like a wall. But here, we turn that wall into a doorway. This series exists to name the invisible blocks that keep you silent in French. Français Toujours is the podcast for intermediate learners ready to speak French in real-life conversation with clarity and confidence. No perfection required, just presence, just practice, just you. Tu connais le français, maintenant parle-le. This is the new episode of You Know French, Now Speak It, the series, where we explore the number one mistake keeping you silent and how to break free in 3 steps.
The problem is that you've memorized polite phrases, you've aced grammar drills, but French speakers and locals are using colloquial language when they speak, everyday expression to communicate. So when someone speaks to you in real life, it's like a different language. Why? Because textbooks French is curated, formal, and at times outdated. Real French is fast, messy, emotional, and full of nuance. So it's this mismatch that creates for you confusion, a lot of anxiety, and at times shame. You feel like you should understand, but you don't. Consequently, you freeze, second guess yourself, and many, just like you, retreat into silence. And it's a real shame. And I've been there. In fact, I've learned English from textbooks that taught me how to order whatever from shops, for example. It was fun, but very limited because I didn't know how to respond. So, can you respond to this when someone says,
Et avec ceci,
ou bien,
t'as une idée pour ce soir?
ou encore,
On a plus, je vous sers quoi à la place?
and yes, it's frustrating to start a conversation and not being able to respond. Let's change that with our 3-step shift. Let's keep it simple. Here are the 3-step shift that change everything for me and can for you too. Step 1. Listen to spontaneous French conversation only and regularly. Tune into French chatty podcasts, YouTube channels, and spontaneous conversations. I'm saying that because in my time, I would watch videotapes, rewind, repeat, shadow, whatever the actors would say. It was fun, it was great, and it also helped me understand American English. But here's the reason behind all of this. Listening forcing your brain to work at the speaker's pace. You rely on memory and real-time comprehension. Listening activates auditory processes and spoken region. Your brain tracks rhythm, tone, and emotional nuance. So I would say focus on the tone and the emotional cue that you get from listening to these conversations. Don't just focus on the vocabulary. This will come eventually. Si tu veux pratiquer avec moi dans un cours interactif, rejoins notre cours en ligne rythmé, notre programme pour apprendre le français de façon spontanée. On y travaille la prononciation, les dialogues et les expressions idiomatiques et bien sûr le français parlé. Step 2. Read transcripts. Yes, listen and read transcripts. This helps your brain connect familiar phrases with emotional cues in real time. You are not just memorizing words, you are training your brain to absorb the full emotional and conversational context. And here are the scientific reasons. Reading activates visual decoding and eye movement control. Yes, your brain processes written words and sentence structure. So reading is very beneficial. And also, it gives you time to pause and decode. But reading alone does not train your ear for spontaneous speech. No. In fact, both listening and reading methods stimulate your imagination and comprehension through different neural pathways. This is why I recommend using both formats regularly, listening and reading. This maximizes your brain's linguistic range and fluency potential. Step 3. Speak in real scenarios. What I mean by that is practice how you respond in everyday moments, whenever you get the chance. Learn to respond to a dinner invite, to a compliment, to a misunderstanding. Use role play, voice journaling, apps, prompts to rehearse real life scenarios and reaction. This is so beneficial to gain you to speak more and to be used to speak spontaneously. Let's do a quick recap. Reading teaches structure, but not the real life rhythm of conversation. Listening trains your ear for spoken French, accent, and emotional nuance. And combining both helps you speak more naturally and confidently. And practicing real scenarios like responding to a dinner invite or a compliment helps your brain to react and not just recall. That's why our podcast, YouTube Dialogue, and our Sunday French quiz, Français spontané, le jeu, matter. They activate the spoken side of your brain and prepare you for real life French moments. So don't just study French, live it. Read, listen, and rehearse how you will actually respond. That's how you move from knowing French to speaking it. Have left a special treat for you to boost your spoken confidence. It's in my Substack post. You'll find the link in the description. Merci d'avoir partagé ce moment avec moi. Spoken French is not just grammar, it's emotion, rhythm, and connection. And every time you speak, even imperfectly, you are building that connection. If today's episode resonated with you, say it out loud. Use it in a cafe, use it in conversation. Let your French live. And remember, you don't need to be totally fluent or perfect to be understood. You just need to understand and speak. On se retrouve dans le prochain épisode. And remember, you know French, now speak it. À plus!